Yeah, Coco.
Hi, welcome to my eclectic channel. My name is Agnès and I make videos for fun. We've been working on one of those little numbers. Now when I pinned and stitched my mock-up together, here's the princess theme. I already had noticed that this side panel was a little longer than the front panel, but really not a lot. It's just sticking out by this much. So that was not matching in the first place. No big deal. I thought I could just trim that at the end, which I very well can. But it can be corrected on the pattern paper. And one just, it's a little hard because paper does not bend as fabric does, but you know that this piece and this piece will have to be joined in a seam. And so you can kind of walk it, follow along, so here it matches, and then I can swivel this around to make sure to see whether I am matching or not. So if I continue to swivel, my waist is still meeting, which is good. And then I can go back. So I can see that this piece is a lot longer. I'm gonna have to make another mock-up. Like this needs to be road tested before I do this on my fashion fabric. There's just a lot here. But remember, I did not want to touch my side seam. So I'm going to mark here. This is where I want to come. And I'll do the same as I did before. There's now a lot of tape. But I'm going to cut here. It really doesn't matter where. But what matters is that when I get to the side seam, I get to the tip of the side seam. And I'll have to swivel that piece to where it needs to be. I'll take this in place, cut, and hope for the best. So I have no idea how weird this is going to turn out to be. So let me make another mock-up. The good news is I will not need to redo the back. I have not touched the back piece at all because I liked how it fit. So the darts, everything is all done. So what I'll do is I'll just separate those side seams, take out, and the shoulders, take out those two front pieces and cut new ones. I don't need to take anything apart, but I do need to make one modification for the back piece, and that is again the sloping of the shoulders. So I'll make the modification on my pattern paper and then I'll transfer that to the fabric. So here are my two front/side pieces. I've overlapped them. And now I just need to recut them. So I know I have not changed the armhole, so I'm going to line that up. The shoulder did, I removed some. But the side seam, didn't we say we were not changing anything on the side seam, right? So that's lining up. So see, now we can see the full result. I am removing some at the bust. That's the small bust adjustment. We're not changing anything at the waist. And we're shortening, and now my curve goes up instead of down, and that's what I'm a little worried about. I don't know what that's gonna do. And this is why we do mock-ups, because if this turns weird, I can fix it. This is the back piece, and all we have here that changed is shortening the bottom. So let's put our mock-up back together and see what we have. Fitting number 2. Not too shabby. The small bust adjustment definitely did the job. The shoulders are perfect. As far as I could tell, the back is also pretty good. I was concerned about some weirdness on the side because I changed the curve completely, remember? But it works. What it does is essentially creates a little wave, so it goes up, like on the side, it creates a little curve, which is fine. And then in the front, it's shorter, and I really like that. One more adjustment I will make. I'm still like a little bit like once I put buttons and I try to button this down straight. I think you can see by transparency we want these to overlap and have a straight line here. Once I do that, my little tummy gets in the way. So I think in the end I do need to have a little wider at the hips. So this doesn't quite reach down to the hips, but it does reach down to my tummy. So I think if I take the little higher, and now that I'm looking at it, I don't think I'll do it on the sides. I think just down here, I'm going to take the size 4/6 here. And I think that'll do it. I am getting excited. This is a good fit. So I'm looking forward to making this out of the fashion fabric. So thankfully, adding this little extra for the tummy is real easy. So it's going to be done here. This is the princess seam that we've been working with quite a lot. So I added here at the waist, but then I had cut back down to the size 0 for the hips, and I don't want to do that. So I just want to go parallel to the size 0. That's where it used to be. That's where the size 6 would be. So here's my size 0 line, and that's slightly curved, unfortunately. So I just need to add 5 centimeters. Did I say 5 centimeters? 5 millimeters. 1/4 of an inch. And it's curved. Next time, we'll make the last modifications to the pattern pieces. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe for more.